Hi everyone, welcome to something really new and something I've never done before, a reaction video. So Shanghai Disneyland just released brand new, or just premiered rather, this brand new nighttime spectacular in honor of their 5th anniversary, and I'm going to be doing a reaction video to it. This series doesn't have a name yet, because I don't know what I would call it. I can't think of a Disney Parks pun that would fit into this idea. Anyway, so diving right in, Chris is also here with me, so
hello.
So we're gonna be reacting to this together, and any thoughts before we go in? Like, literally anything, Chris? I mean, you saw Ignite the Dream live, right?
Yeah, I did see Ignite the Dream. I'm just hoping that, like, it'll be a lot more interesting, because Ignite the Dream was kind of boring, like, throughout the show, so... yeah, just really excited for it.
I think I put Ignite the Dream in C tier when I did the ranking video. I might have to double check that in editing. And if you want to see my reasoning for that, just go see that video, because I honestly don't remember what I wrote. There were 95 of them. So with all that said, let's dive in. All right, here we go.
Yo, I'm loving the spotlights they added in the sides.
Yeah, that's really neat. That's pretty.
Okay, I'm loving the projection already.
Yeah, I think the projections are already a lot better than Ignite the Dream ever was.
Oh wow.
Oh, that's pretty.
The LED lights. Wow.
Okay, first pyro. Those fountains are nice.
Yeah, they added some projection on them too. It's cool. Yeah, I'm loving the theme song too, this intro. It's pretty catchy.
Yeah, this is good. I'm really liking what they're doing with, like, the fan lights behind the castle. That's really neat.
Yeah.
Is that a Ferris wheel?
Probably.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Wow. Wow, some fireworks.
Those are all the rooftops, though. They're not using the backstage
not
ones.
using those, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool.
That's pretty. Solid intro.
Wow.
Okay.
What is that?
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh, Tangle, the tower.
That was cool.
Wait, they never played this song in fireworks shows.
They don't, which is a shame. I love this song.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Wow. Oh, Beauty and the Beast. This bell.
Oh, there's the Coco segment everyone was talking about.
Wow.
Oh, is that it? I'm hoping there's a little more of that later in the show.
Oh, there's Tarzan.
So this is basically like the first section of Happily.
Wait, that's the new movie that Disney just released.
Raya?
Yeah.
Haven't seen it yet. Oh my god, yay.
Moana?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
That makes me happy. Moana's my favorite.
I love the water fountain.
Yeah, that's
I don't know
really
why.
neat.
It's so nice.
Well, they never did stuff like this with Ignite the Dream, right? They were always just kind of
Yeah.
low. That
Whoa.
was neat.
Oh, wow. The fire.
They had that at Ignite the Dream, but it didn't work as well as this.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, this makes me so happy.
Oh, they never use any of these songs.
Brave, okay.
Lion King. What's that? Oh, Zootopia.
That makes
Wow.
sense.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if we saw some more
Figure
Zootopia.
6. Yeah.
That's nice. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw some more Zootopia, seeing that they're getting that whole Zootopia
Yeah.
land. That's amazing.
Whoa.
Okay, so they stole that
That's
effect
quite
from
similar to
Happily.
Happily Ever After.
Yeah.
I love this new arrangement.
Yeah, this is great. Peter Pan, nice.
Peter Pan.
Is that Soul?
Soul. Whoa. Dang. Wow.
Okay, that segment was fantastic.
That was beautiful.
What is that? Oh, Frozen 2.
Oh my gosh. Wait, it's Mulan.
Oh, it's Mulan, okay. There was a Mulan segment in Ignite the Dream, too, right?
Yes, there is.
I think it was the only one I liked in that show. There it is. Okay, there's the actual
Wow.
Coco section we heard about. That looks really neat.
Wow. Oh, there's...
Yay! They actually had Idina Menzel, thank God.
Oh, even their parents are right there. Pictures.
Oh, that's neat. I didn't even
Parents.
notice that.
Wow. Oh.
Oh, what is happening? I don't necessarily think I like this. Okay, now there's Pixar. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot happening and I don't understand what it is. Okay, I'm gonna have to rewatch that later. Oh, more Coco. I remember that in all the promotional stuff, they were talking a lot about the Coco. It was the Coco bit and the Marvel bit that they were talking about the most. I don't... Is it? I didn't see. Oh, it's Doctor Strange. That is cool. That is legitimately really cool. Oh, but no. Okay. Okay. That's neat. Oh, what's... Oh god, what... Why dubstep remix? No, let's not do that. Why? That's cool. They they did the happily ever after arrow effect. Yes, Black Panther. How did they get the licensing for that? Jeez, that must have been expensive. That was neat with the fire. That was a really clever effect. Okay, I like everything about this segment except the dubstep remix. Yeah, it's a little too mixed magic for me. That was neat. Okay. Oh boy. Clever what they're doing with the side lights. That's really cool. Okay. That was worth the hype. Oh, that's cool. Are there lights embedded in the castle roof, or is that projection? Okay. Yeah, now that I look at it, I think you're right. What is... I don't know what this is, but it looks... Oh, it's Tangled. There's a lot of Tangled in this show, and I don't necessarily hate that. I like Tangled. That's a good movie. Average movie, but that's a cute moment. That is really pretty. Are those from the backstage site? Those kind of look like they're far enough back that they could be from... Okay. It looks Raya, I think. Whoa. Yeah, that's really neat. It's like Epcot Forever done right. This is really neat. Yeah, that's neat. And those have to be coming from backstage. For Ignite the Dream, there was only one laser in the castle, right? I'm assuming this is the finale. Yeah, those mines are really nice. The back and forth is cool, but it's, I don't know. Oh yeah, I can't wait till I mean, this is only like 2 days old. I'm assuming that multi-angle video will probably be out at some point soon. I mean, that site's a lot bigger than what is currently being launched, but we'll see. Sorcerer's Apprentice, nice. Alright, that is a solid show. Alright. Oh, there's a post-show. Oh, what? But the fountains are on. They did the World of Color thing, though, with the fountains on. I mean, we don't have to watch this. Here, we'll turn it off. So, thoughts?
It's 100% better than Ignite the Dream.
Yeah, Ignite the Dream is not as good a show as this.
I feel like Ignite the Dream wasn't the greatest, and the projection wasn't the greatest, because it was made in 2015, I believe.
Shanghai opened in 2016, so yeah, that timeline probably works out.
Yeah, it was probably in the works at that time, and I think they're trying to get used to, like, how, like, everything's laid out, so I don't think they knew how to use, like, the fireworks at this time yet.
Yeah.
Because, like, even the shell fireworks weren't the greatest.
I will say, the pyro is a little weak in this. I mean, that's just kind of Shanghai in general. I know they can't do a ton, but...
Yeah.
I mean, unlike other shows that have weak pyro, like Mixed Magic, this one really makes up for it in some really fantastic ways.
Yeah. I feel like they finally know how to use this Shanghai's launch sites, because if you look in the past, they did like a Mickey Mouse show, they did a Donald Duck show, they did a Lion King show. Like, they all have really good, I think they're slowly learning how to use the projection in the castle, the mines in the front, how do you actually use them to make it look a lot cooler. Like, Ignite the Dream just lacked on those a lot, especially projection. It wasn't the greatest.
I mean, Ignite the Dream's projections, I think they were at that point learning how to use that castle, because it's so big.
Yeah.
Like, you look at photos of that thing, it is not only tall, it is wide, and I don't think they knew how to display stuff on it yet. And I feel like for this show, they really did learn. I mean, there was a lot of that kaleidoscope thing at the end, that was incredible. And then I will be honest, I was going in not excited for the Marvel segment. I felt like that was going to be something that was shoehorned in a lot, kind of like how Avengers Campus is shoehorned into DCA, but that's another story. But I was very pleasantly surprised. That worked out very well, and that looked fantastic. It's like, I see what they were trying to do. They were clearly trying to give Shanghai Happily Ever After with less pyro, and it worked, because this show is really good.
Yeah, like, this is just a great show. Like, I hope it actually does stay, like, not just for the 5th anniversary. I'm pretty sure it will stay till, like, probably the 10th anniversary, but, like, I want to see this in person now. It's really cool, actually.
Yeah. I don't have any plans to go to Shanghai anytime soon, but yeah, if I end up there, I would love to see this show.
Yeah.
There is some really nice stuff in this.
Yeah.
And I will say, those lights next to the lights flanking the road, those I am assuming, just by their appearance, look awful during the day, but look so good at night, and to be completely honest, it gives me a little bit of hope for Harmonious. Like, if that is the kind of thing they build, where it looks bad during the day, but really good at night, I think I'm okay with that, because that is, I mean, I don't know if I'm okay with them destroying the World Showcase view, but that's another story. But those lights look really cool, and they did some really nice stuff with it.
Are you talking about the lights in front of the castle, like those 2 black towers?
I'm talking about the ones, like, LEDs,
oh, okay.
flanking the road. Although I will say those additional spotlights look incredible, and I know I watched like the first 30 seconds of someone else's video, and you can just see those spotlights are going like all around that giant hub.
I can just imagine because I can actually see in this video some of the very sides, and it's just a massive upgrade from Ignite the Dream. Ignite the Dream only had spotlights in the back of the castle and those 2 black towers. That's all they had. And with the laser, only 1 laser from the balcony of the castle. Now there's like 2 more on the sides and just more spotlights in the sides. It's crazy.
Right. Yeah, I haven't watched Ignite the Dream since I did the research for the nighttime show ranking video. I might need to give it a rewatch after this because I honestly don't remember. I mean, I can tell you right now, just as my review, this is better, and it's a solid A tier, if not S. I need to give it a couple rewatches before I can give it that, but it is definitely a solid A tier. I don't know, probably somewhere in between, I don't know, maybe... Hold on, let me pull up the list really quickly. Let me just make sure what it is so I can give you a solid ranking for it, just given my first impressions. Meanwhile, Chris, I don't know, Vamp, what do you want to say about it?
Well, if you talk about like the orders, like for me, I think it would be my top like 30 fireworks shows that I've ever seen. Like not the greatest, like the theme song this show is catchy, but like to be honest, I kind of like Ignite the Dream song. The theme song they had a lot better, which is what I think Disney Illuminations theme song.
I think I would probably rank this at, I don't know what number it is, but in A tier, probably between Imagine and Believe. Like, a little better than Imagine, but not as good as Magic in the Stars. Like, I feel like that's kind of the general consensus. I mean, that's just my first impression. I need to watch it a couple more times to figure it out. Like, it is, like, don't get me wrong, it is a very good show, but I feel like Shanghai is so limited in its pyro, like, in what it's able to do, that I feel like there are very few shows that would be able to get that park ranking higher than about there, unless they were to do something really, really incredible.
Yeah, like, I was Ignite the Dream longer than Illuminate?
That's true, Ignite the Dream was longer.
Yeah, I feel like in Ignite, they kind of like drag the show a lot because they just wanted like a nighttime show that's like long enough. But then when you look back, when I saw it, it very lacked in fireworks throughout the show. Like there was like probably none until the very finale. That's like the finale is like a bit more explosive than Illuminate, but I just love Illuminate because they use so much more fireworks, and then the effects like happily ever after when like it comes out of the castle, like if it's like an arrow or something. Like that was amazing. Yeah,
that was really clever. They did some really cool stuff. Like the fountains were used really fantastic. I don't know. I have to look at Ignite the Dream again. Were they that vibrant during Ignite the Dream, or did they perform some upgrades during the closure? Because I don't remember the fountains looking that good and the projections on them being that clear. That looks like World of Color 2018 refurbishment, and I don't think Ignite the Dream had that tech when it opened, but I could be wrong.
I feel like for Ignite the Dream, they didn't really know how to use the water fountains yet, because it was like, I don't know, I think they just tried to learn how to use Shanghai's like effects they could use, and like I think they're just learning at the time how to use the area, because even the projection was, I think projection, it could have been like, if they made this show in like started to make this show in 2015, that was like Disneyland Forever time, and the projection is not the greatest.
Right, and I will say, Ignite the Dream and Disneyland Forever, for what they are, I mean, I know I ranked Ignite the Dream significantly lower than Disneyland Forever in the nighttime show ranking videos, but for what they are, they use the same technology, they're the same just general idea with the same use of the existing effects, but I feel like Forever just used the stuff so much better than Ignite the Dream did.
Yeah, I think because like Disneyland Forever also had the Main Street projections, like which was amazing. Like that's just an incredible way to like make it so much more like immersive for the shows.
Forever had Main Street projections, it had river projections, it had Small World. I think it was the only time they did Matterhorn projections. Yeah. That show had everything and it was amazing.
Yeah. For Illuminate, I don't think they did anything with like the fountains, and according to what in my knowledge, I did research a bit about it. I think they just added stuff like those LED lights on those lights that we saw, and I think they added some lily pads with lights. I don't know if you didn't see them in the video, but it's part of the Gardens of Imagination. The Gardens of Imagination, sorry, and more spotlights pretty much, but. I think hopefully in a couple more days we get like a much better video with multi angles, so we can actually see the Fu show like in its like all glory. So yeah.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah.
I think that.
I'm just trying to think if there's anything else I need to say. I mean, again, it's a solid. It's a solid 9 out of 10, I'd say. It's like really good. The only thing that's holding it back is the lack of pyro, and I understand Shanghai can't really do that. So, I don't know. I mean, also, I don't know if I'm the only one who thinks this, but Shanghai has their launch sites spaced out really weirdly. Like, they're very far apart, and they don't always fill the gaps in good ways. But that's another story. That's a lot more obvious in Ignite the Dream, but...
I think their launch site is so big that they can do a lot more... Like, they can kind of, like, space out the fireworks more. Like, in Disneyland, it's only that one little left side corner that they can really do. And, like, and then that slightly, like, longer site where you can go behind, like, in a wider angle, closer to a small
Right,
one.
and then you have the... Well, but Disneyland's weird, because you also have the castle rooftops, and then you have the Remember 360, where the...
I think
you have the stuff on
the mines were in the corners.
Right, for the Haunted Mansion segment and the Fantasyland segment, but... Yeah, if Shanghai did that at some point, I don't necessarily know if they could. I don't really know Shanghai's geography the same way I know the rest of them. But if they put like launch sites all around that massive hub at some point, that would be just incredible.
That'd be amazing for the 10th anniversary. Did you ever do that? Like, if Disney's watching this, here's an idea. Had those 360 launches.
Knock on wood, I think the 10th is going to be a lot bigger than the 5th, simply because ideally and hopefully we won't be coming out of a global pandemic right at the start of it. So, you know, hopefully there'll be that aspect. Who knows, maybe we'll get, like, a new parade. I mean, because I will say about Shanghai, I know I haven't done a parade ranking video yet, and I don't necessarily know if I will, because there's a lot. But I can tell you, Shanghai's daytime parade is trash. It's not a good parade. Storybook Express, the soundtrack is bad, the floats there's one good float, and it's the Mulan float, because you can tell it's the only one they actually put effort into. And it's just not that good a parade. So if they give it a new one for the 10th, I will not be upset, because Shanghai needs a new parade right now.
I think for the 5th anniversary, they only added like one little float. It was like a cake or something. I'm not sure. I need to look into it, but
I think you're right.
And and then some other floats just have like some kind of extra design that has like the 5th anniversary stuff.
So they basically did.
It's really small.
They basically did to that what they did with Pixar Play back in 2015 for the 60th.
Yeah, pretty much. It's not that much.
Yeah.
So.
Anyway, we're getting way off topic here. Do you have any final thoughts about this show?
I think we could both agree that it's much better than Ignite the Dream.
Yeah. I have a final question for you, actually. Do you think this is better than Disney Illuminations at Disneyland Paris?
Oh, that's kind of hard, because I'm not the biggest fan of this theme song they had to intro in the finale, because I love the Ignite the Dream theme song, which is from Disney Illuminations, and Disney Illuminations just made the show, the usage of pyro so much better,
right?
And the projection was so much, the water fountains were so much better. It's kind of hard to choose from.
Yeah, I mean, because that's the only thing, is I know that I just said that I would rank it in between Imagine and Believe, but at the same time, I might need to redo that ranking video at some point in the future, because a lot of my opinions have changed. But
yeah,
I think overall this uses stuff better than Illuminations, though which one I would rather watch would absolutely be Illuminations, just because the pyro is a lot stronger.
Yeah. It's kind of hard. So for Illuminate, I think the best part is the pyro. Like besides projection, like the pyro usage is a lot better than Ignite.
Yeah.
I feel like some parts were kind of weird. Like I think in the Tango segment, you have like those single comets going like above the castle, but it only goes like halfway up and it just dies down. And that's kind of weird to me. Like because since they use those like giant white ones that goes actually above the castle and all the way across.
I mean, again, I think Ignite the Dream. To be completely honest, I think Ignite the Dream is comparable to like every park's Fantasy in the Sky, just because Shanghai and Hong Kong are the only parks that didn't open with a show called Fantasy in the Sky, doesn't mean that they didn't have a show that was like it, and that they needed one to be, not necessarily a failure, because, I mean, Disney and the Stars is fantastic, but, they needed a show to get their bearings and to figure out what they could and couldn't do. And I think Illuminate proves that they were able to learn from the mistakes they made in Ignite the Dream. Not that Ignite the Dream is 100% mistakes, because I will admit there is some stuff I like. I love the soundtrack. It's fantastic. The Mulan segment is out of this world. I think that's better than... I think the Mulan segment from Ignite the Dream is better than any singular segment in like Wishes, but I mean, not really Happily Ever After, because Happily Ever After is perfect, but like that Mulan segment is really, really good, but the rest of the show just isn't.
Yeah, like I think just looking at this show projection to Ignite, I know we already talked about how like it's very different, like it's probably a little bit stronger, but if you look at it Ignite, you can actually see the castle still like in the projection. Like you can kind of see it, like it's not that strong, but Illuminate, it's like the castle's not even there anymore. I don't know if that makes sense. But like,
no, you're totally making sense. It's like I think who was it? I think it was Mickey Views brought this up a couple years ago. I think the topic was like projection shows, and it was Celebrate the Magic versus Animal Kingdom Tree of Life Awakenings, and it was basically Celebrate the Magic is a better show, but with Tree of Life Awakenings, you can't see the tree. Like the projections are so good in that show that you legitimately cannot see what the original base is. And I think that's also to a point true with Illuminate. There are segments that I can think of where you can definitely still see the castle. I mean, as best as they try, that's not... I mean, the thing with Tree of Life Awakenings was that it was all like nature and like picturesque landscapes, so they were able to hide stuff easily. You can't really do that with real-world things super easily, so it's already kind of a cheat. But for what it is, they did a really fantastic job with Illuminate.
Yeah, it's just in my reaction to anyone that was watching this, like you can actually see me smiling the whole entire time, because like I see Ignite and this just makes me so happy. Like
there were parts of the show where I was smiling. I will admit, I mean, this is mostly for the people going in, because I think I told you this. Going in, I had very low expectations for this show. As soon as I heard there was a Marvel segment, I was like, oh no, this isn't gonna be good. And then it was actually good, and so about I think about halfway through the show, I started actually really liking it.
Yeah, I like how they use songs that like no other Disney show would actually add. Like one of the Tangled songs, I believe it's their very first song in Tangled. I don't remember the name, but like it kind of just goes
When Will My Life Begin?
Yeah, no, like they never use that song. Like I actually love that song. They always use The Last I See the Light. That's like the only song they ever use, but it's the lanterns, which in this show they use it very cleverly. Like with the lanterns coming up, they actually change the lanterns, like its shape and the colors to match its scene. Like I think when it's showed Inside Out, they turned it to like little balls and different colors, and then it turned to balloons, and then they showed the Up movie, which was really creative. Like
this is I can totally see the influence from a bunch of different places here. I mean, those orbs on the top of the light post, those are straight out of World of Color. Those have been, I think, in the show since 2013, but I could be wrong. I think they might be 2015. I don't know. I have to check. The kind of like lights surrounding them, that's very like Celebrate Tokyo Disneyland and Happily Ever After. Both of those shows tried to do that with the trees and the hub.
I believe they're doing that to most shows now.
They are doing that to most shows now. I mean, they haven't done it to Disneyland because I think it's too small.
I think they did. if you look at Mickey's Mixed Magic, you have like of course the main street and those like spotlights on the castle, like on that rooftop. There were actually.
The thing is, when I'm watching Mickey's Mixed Magic, I'm too busy vomiting, so I can't pay attention to that.
But you can actually see in the background. So let's say like right behind the right at the edge of that castle wall, there's actually two more in the very back. That sometimes I actually seen the show one time that they're not moving at all. They're just going straight up in the sky, but like and I think Hong Kong is also having those extra spotlights in front of the castle. Like it kind of like traps you in with the all those light beams.
I know Hong Kong was supposed to be getting a new nighttime show. I don't
think there's any information about that yet.
There's no information about it. All we know is tests have been run. It uses the new castle. There's a bunch of new tech.
I believe we have testing video of just the fireworks and spotlights.
I believe that's true.
So.
I mean, I know that the show is in fact like ready. I think I'm 90% sure I've heard that through the grapevine that the show is in fact ready. They just haven't released any information on it. So we'll find out if it's anything like Illuminate. We're in good shape because yeah, Illuminate is really.
And projection is strong there.
Yeah, Illuminate is really an evolution of Happily Ever After. I think I can with confidence say that. It's not necessarily, I'm not saying it's better than Happily Ever After because it's not, but
I don't think we can compare it to Happily Ever After because it's also longer, so they're able to have more scenes and transitions and stuff like that.
It's
and
only
more pyro there.
I think it's only 2 minutes longer, but I could be wrong. It might be 4. Happily Ever After I think is 14 minutes, but I could be wrong. I might have to double check that. Yeah, I feel like
my expectations for the pyro for Illuminate were very low because, you know, it's obvious that they can't use pyro.
My expectations for the pyro were very, 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 very low, and I mean, in all fairness, I was not surprised when the pyro was weak. They used it very well, especially in that Marvel segment. That stuff was really well done.
I think like a bullet or something hit on Captain America's shield and it just went right out of the castle.
Yeah,
like,
that was
amazing.
Neat. That's like straight out of Happily Ever After, and it's so great. I think they did it in Together Forever too.
Yeah, they did with the Wall-E segment, which is really cute.
I think it was with the Wall-E segment, and then they did it with the Incredibles segment with the Omnidroid attacking the castle, and there was like a little mine set off in the moat.
Yeah. I feel like ever since Happily Ever After, like they've been doing that a lot more, like that. Cause it's just so cool. Like in Happily Ever After, a little bit off topic.
Well, let's not spoil that because Happily Ever After has a video coming soon, so let's not spoil that just yet. But yeah, I will. When I do that video, I will definitely be talking about Happily Ever After and how it changed the industry because it really did. There is so much stuff they did with that show that is.
I believe you had that effect already in the Magic of the Memories in You. I believe they had that in the finale. They had like that kind of glitter effect that goes out of the castle too with the projection.
Yeah.
I think that's the first time they did it.
They had it. That was more of an experiment.
Much.
Yeah, it wasn't that much. That was more of an experiment. They perfected it with the that segment in Happily Ever After where Merida says, "Your destiny lies within you, and you just have to be brave enough to see it, and then your journey begins." And then she shoots the arrow, and it goes, and there's the mega comic that gets shot off. That's where they really perfected it.
Yeah.
Anyway, we should probably wrap this up because I think my camera is going to run out of storage space. Anyway, so this was the first reaction video we've done to anything. Obviously, neither of us had seen this show before we did this. If you want us to do more of these to literally anything, let us know. We could do them to shows that exist, shows that don't exist, shows that you send us. Who cares? It's really... anything is fair game. And if you have a title for this series, then submit that too, because I have no clue what I should call this. Anyway, Chris, any final words?
Not really. I'm pretty sure we said almost everything in this video so far, so yeah.
Alright, so, I mean, I'll just do the usual spiel. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the YouTube channel. Also, check out Chris's channel, Disney One TV, for all sorts of amazing stuff. And, There's a lot more stuff coming up real soon you won't want to miss, so be sure to click the bell icon so you get notified when we upload a new video. Have a great, big, beautiful day, and remember, tomorrow is just a dream away.